Valorant. Everyone's playing it, especially me who can find playing it at twitch.tv/addict, but that's besides the point. Valorant being a 5v5 hero shooter, you're gonna have some balance issues, but I'm gonna get straight to the point so I don't waste your time. Raze is the biggest point of contention when it comes to Valorant balance, at least for me. My biggest gripe is the imbalance of effort when it comes to playing Raze versus dealing with Raze. Let's start with her boom bot, which for me is her easiest ability to use. Once bought for 200 credits, it's casted out in a straight line bouncing off of walls and other surfaces for 10 seconds, which does not change based on how many times it bounces, but can change if it locks into an enemy, which is when it will speed up and dart towards them, blowing up, dealing a scaling amount of damage depending on how far away the target is from the explosion. Her second ability are her blast packs, costing 100 each for 2 total. These probably make me the most angry, but when I calm down, they're probably the most balanced thing in her kit. These blast packs are thrown with Q and will detonate after 5 seconds or if you hit Q again. These are interesting because they can also be used for mobility. For example, I'm going to start from B site on split and see how long it takes me to get to the back of A site versus how long it will take by just running. Yeah, you saw correctly, you can literally fucking fly with these things. Now I know what you're thinking, additive, you only have 2 in regular games, which you would be correct, but if you know how to use these things properly, you can really fuck up some people's idea of a skill-based tactical shooter. Moving on, the last ability are her paint shells, which are grenades that once explode shatter into 4 smaller grenades that spread apart further. Keep in mind you used to have 2 of these. Now it's just 1 which you get for free, but it recharges after you get 2 kills, like Jet's dash. I actually don't have any problems with these after the rework. You can get out of these nades pretty easily if you just run away. But her ult. Oh man, her ult. Her ult showstopper is a rocket launcher with a 10-second duration in which it just disappears if you don't fire it, but when you do fire it, it deals 150 damage, including splash damage. Did I mention this can be comboed with the blast packs for Fortnite Trickshotter's wet dream?
Here comes it! Satchel out! My ult, satchel out!
And if you're crafty enough, you can even pull off the same thing from rafters. Clips of this thing are all over Twitter constantly.
My ult, satchel out!
But I've been dodging around my main issue with Raze this entire time, the imbalance of effort. When you see a boombot coming after you, have 2 options: A, shoot it, or B, try to dodge it. But most of the time you're just going to shoot it because dodging it is very, very inconsistent. And when you do shoot it, Raze immediately knows that someone is there giving her information. All Raze has to do to do this is press C on her keyboard. When you see a blast pack get thrown on you, you can do your best to dodge it, but 9 times out of 10 you're going to get hit by it. All Raze has to do is press Q on her keyboard. When you see a nade get thrown at you, once again you can try and dodge it, but if you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, you're probably going to die. All Raze has to do is press E on her keyboard. When you hear her ult go off, literally the only thing you can do is try to hide or flank. All she has to do is hit X on her keyboard. My point is that there is an imbalance of effort that goes into fighting a Raze versus playing a Raze. Meanwhile, the Raze has to use literally no brain power. They just hit 1 button on her keyboard and then hit mouse 1 to get kills. Meanwhile, the enemy team has to think of all of these things to try and get out of said abilities, which is an imbalance of effort, which in a 5v5 tactical shooter should not be happening. And guess what? Something I found out while making this video is that you can put the blast pack on the boombot for damage. Can't wait to see this done during a comp match.